All right, welcome to the relationship show. This woman writes this post threatening to end relationship. She says, when being open and expressing to my boyfriend that I don't like something, he claims that we are fighting and says, then why don't you just break up with me or leave me then? Okay, so do not confuse this. If you are a guy listening to this, do not confuse this with what I say about being able to walk away and mean it. This is not the same thing at all. This is like threatening the end of a relationship. So she must know. So now, navigating this differences between this. So it's like she must know that if she presses you too hard, or if she compromises your values, or she cheats on you, whatever it is that does not align with your values, she must know that you can walk away from her, find somebody else, and live your life, and then never look back, and basically the relationship is completely done. That's very essential for a relationship. As far as maintaining really the dynamics between really men and women, but also, she must know that as well. So it's like loyalty. That's kind of what I'm getting at here. So it's like, it's almost like a consequence. So it's like the consequence is you will leave and you will never look back. And they will be completely out of your life if you compromise their values. It's like you need to make those values clear. And once they are clear, then you support them. If you don't defend your values, then they'll just get compromised and repeatedly compromised. But in this situation, he is threatening the end of a relationship. Now, I went to a Date with Destiny seminar in Palm Beach, Florida. It was Tony Robbins' 6-day event. And one of the things he said in that was that when you threaten the end of a relationship, end it right there. Because once you do that, it's almost like an abuse. It's like the certainty between you two is absolutely gone. And when that certainty is, just destroyed, then the relationship, whether it be, a month down the line, whether it be 5 years down the line, it almost never works out once you have threatened the end. Because now everyone's going to be on edge. If I do this, am I going to lose this person? Or are they going to leave me? And it's just putting the other person in a fearful place. And so you can't ever threaten the end of a relationship unless you really mean that you are leaving the relationship, and that is what you have already decided. I'll continue reading this post here. Okay, I find this incredibly frustrating, somewhat manipulative and immature, parentheses, especially for a 35-year-old. I don't view being open and honest about feelings, about fighting. It's communicating. So then I wake up to this text this morning of, morning, babe, I hate fighting with you. Hope you enjoy your day. I really don't know how to respond and would almost rather ignore him. I could either address this or brush it off, even though he's been getting on me recently for not being open to talking to him enough. Well, I did, and I don't appreciate the outcome. Okay, so how are you going to respond to a situation where he threatens the end of a relationship? Well, you have to communicate that. Tell him that he can never do something like that again. He can't ever threaten the end of a relationship again, because it absolutely destroys the trust. And it's not going to work in a relationship if we can't trust each other and don't know whether it's going to whether the relationship's going to work out, whether the other person cares about you. So it's like, I can't have that in a relationship, you threatening the end. And so if you, it's not a good situation, because it's almost like having me want to combat that back with threaten the end on your part as well. So it's saying like, oh, if you ever threaten me again, I'm leaving. So, on this one, I might just default to Tony Robbins' advice on when someone threatens the end of a relationship, end it right there. But I think prior to a situation like this, you need to communicate that. So it's like communicate that, hey, if we threaten this relationship, I mean, look at this statistic. It's like almost all of the relationships fail somewhere along the line if we threaten each other, and we need to make a pact between each other that we can never threaten the end of this relationship. And make that clear up front, especially if you're getting to like a long-term relationship or a marriage. Just kind of setting some rules and principles that you can apply so you can have a better chance of succeeding in a relationship.